EA Sports coverage of college football takes us to Miami, Florida, and Hard Rock Stadium for the 2019 Kickoff Classic and an early season matchup of powerhouses. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on a team that's made the long trek cross country, the Oregon Ducks. The new season underway here in Miami. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Now with a first and 10. They start the drive with Jennings. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
He's brought down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, White escapes the sack, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. My partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. A big test ahead. His first collegiate snap coming right now as the Ducks have it first and 10. They start out with a run by Ferguson. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
The tackle made.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. You know, Charles, you and I get to call a lot of games at the next level, but walking into the stadium, there's just something about the college atmosphere, the bands, the pageantry. So nice for us to be able to get the assignment to call a few games on Saturdays this fall. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the option. 40 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Rolling to his right. He's going to, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ducks have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Now White lost the football, and this is picked up by the defense. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching.
And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? When you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun, here's White. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's White. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to 10.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, White, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
Wide out, incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the gun, White, and that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and as a result, possession switches hands. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the carry, it's Ferguson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That was a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to air one. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Quintez Anderson, 49 yards. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. What a special moment for him. The first passing touchdown of his college career, and certainly a moment that he will never forget.
And it always helps to get that first one out of the way, doesn't it? I know right now that he just wants to go and jump to the top of the stadium and throw his hands up and exult a little bit. But he's had a chance to prove that he can do it now. He got it done. It's been a long time in the making. Now he's just got to harness that emotion and continue to play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Now Ellington. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Quintez Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And 9.
Here's Ellington. Now Ellington lost the football. It's out, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. White looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Now White to throw on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's the option, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Runs it on the option.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. That play right there, Charles, that is a prime example of why Coach O'Brien likes this young quarterback on the field, his ability to scramble.
And you talk about the ability to scramble, move his feet, quarterback run plays, you name it. Everything is in the playbook now.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Gators take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On first down, Ferguson. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being.
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. Quintez Anderson as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to pour it on. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start, now with 3 touchdown passes.
Well, that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game. He's fully captivated us now. With every score, I think he's making his case to stay as the starting quarterback and not get involved in a rotation system.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at at their own 25-yard.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, White. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's good.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half.
49.
And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field ready for their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they? There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. A great effort there. 65 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wriggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10, Florida. On the ground, Ellington. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
5-yard line.
White on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for him.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. I tell you, you look around the college football landscape, and there's some really good running backs this year. The draft projections really littered with that crop of players, and We've got a couple of them in our... This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A big play there. 57 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. That's now his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to it, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Again, they run with Ellington. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, White. Now White lost the football. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Watching that run takes me back.
Down. It's Ferguson, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
0-0, Mike Free. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Running again, and again it's Ferguson. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. The Ducks come up now 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Down at the 35-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
A 3rd down pass.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
44-yard line.
Operating from the gun. White, quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Gain of
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. White looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, White. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
23, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
10.
The play fake, now White. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
White's pass.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 10 yards to go.
White now to throw on 3rd down. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll look to throw here.
And 5.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
4 yards.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Operating from the gun, White is going to find his running back. It's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, White firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, White. Now White lost the football.
The quarterback sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now White lost the football, but thankfully this is corralled by the offense, so they will in fact hold on to the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From the contact.
Florida's punter is out there now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at about the 14.
Today's final score, Ducks 63, Gators 3. So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet? Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous. Who crawled up your butt and died? You. Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster. And boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what? Come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Look, I get you're upset, but we're in this together.
No, we're not. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
AT&T Stadium on this beautiful Saturday in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the top travel destination this week for alumni of these two storied football powerhouses, and the site of the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the LSU Tigers taking on the Oregon Ducks. To play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10, LSU. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start the drive with Dre. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From From the gun, Thomas. And the pressure gets to him again.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. At their own 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him an even gain of 10, but now it's 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Kelly. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go, and in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. 37-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to get away. He's going to let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Ducks have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At their own 25-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll start on the ground. Kelly. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ducks 7, Tigers nothing.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Oh, nice spin.
That brought back bad memories.
So a 56-yard punt, they'll net 41 after the 15-yard return.
28-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This young quarterback does have a support system. He actually heard from Marcus Mariota on social media earlier in the week. Marcus not playing tomorrow, but his Titans host the Colts in their season finale. But you can bet that he's likely glued to his TV set in Nashville watching this one. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
At the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they're definitely back on their heels after that run.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And goal. At the 5-yard line.
Escaping the pressure, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Extra point attempt to come here.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Makes the score Ducks 14. The LSU Tigers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On first down, Thomas. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On second down now, it's Kelly. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to put those.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. Now a throw right side, taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Here's a 1st and 10, Oregon.
Boy, another nice throw that time. And all that debate that was possibly out there and wondering, well, will we see a second quarterback as Tommy Matthews going to play with this lead? I know it's only the second quarter, Charles, but he's kind of putting all that talk to rest.
Yeah, and there's a long way to go, but let's face it, partner. If he finishes the quarter this way, you know that Coach O'Brien loves consistency. I don't see any chance of a change happening if things continue to go in this direction. He's picked the right quarterback. He'll stay with him.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Oregon. From 3 yards out. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be... And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Thomas under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. So halftime here in the first semifinal. All Oregon thus far.
21. The LSU Tigers, nothing.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that...
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. And a huge play that time. 43 yards.
For a quarterback, there's 2 sides to this coin. Either he had complete faith that his guy would go up and get the ball, or his throw was up for grabs. Which one do you think he'll tell the coach when he goes to the sidelines?
They'll run on 1st down. Ferguson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Ferguson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll set up a throw.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. Laugh and laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Ducks will come up now on a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run down here with Ferguson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll try Ferguson again. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 3rd and goal, option right. And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. That's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ducks have furthered their advantage. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake!"
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
It's been a tough all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. Let's take it inside his own 40. Takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 3. For this 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
On 1st and 10, Thomas. He'll leave it for Kelly complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Thomas from the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between in-between area here on 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So LSU gets the field goal, and now they're ready to boot this away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Oregon offense on the field, ready for their next possession. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared in case it was the disaster that maybe it could have been. But there's no question, he's been the star of the show. But while we say that, let's make sure we remember the rest of the team, the supporting guys, because otherwise, mom is upset if we don't mention them, and they have played awfully well in addition.
16 yards, a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a 1st down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Being chased out left. And it's a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time, because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. In trouble, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Thomas throwing on 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
You thought you had it.
Very good return that time. 18 yards.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Ducks set to go on offense as they come to the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust? And he is into the end zone for an Oregon touchdown. Taking it in for 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Oregon set to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And they rattle off a big one. 44 yards. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ducks.
On 1st down, it's Ferguson. So on the strength of 2 touchdown passes, courtesy their junior quarterback, the Oregon Ducks are moving on to play for a national championship.
You all right?
I'll be fine.
I was you last week. I know exactly what you're going through.
You didn't have to sit through this championship game, though.
No, but I did sit out our first state title game. It wasn't easy to do.
For all I know, this could be my only shot at it.
Then I guess we'll just have to do this all over again next season, huh?
Good luck out there tonight.
Thanks.
Who rained on your parade, Little Miss Sunshine?
I am not in the mood for this right now.
It's because you're not playing, I take it.
Like I haven't had a bad enough day already. Now I have to deal with you?
I know you're upset. That dude Tommy's your brother. And brothers should always have each other's backs. Now wipe that sourpuss look off your face. It's game time.